Alright, what's up, y'all? We back at it again with another Grilling with Deuce video. This is gonna be episode 2, but this is the first part. We're gonna do the I'm gonna show y'all how to do the marinade for today's episode of food. It's gonna be ribs and chicken again. So, but before we even start, like I said before in the video with the crawfish pasta, you gotta sanitize your counter, your cleaning area. So I'm gonna wipe this down. And we're gonna get started. Alright, so I'm back. We got the black gloves on. We're getting serious with this. Alright, so the chicken has been washed, patted dry. So what I'm gonna do now is what I did last time. And this is before I started the YouTube series. I'm gonna get a Ziploc bag and I'm gonna put all the chicken in a Ziploc bag and we're gonna let it marinate. But I got a little something different I'm gonna try this time. So stay tuned. But I'm also showing you the season I'm using. But first, let me put on a new pair of gloves, put the chicken in the bag, and then I'm gonna show y'all the seasoning. So I'll be right back. Alright, so I'm back. Counter has been sanitized. Like I said, I keep the Clorox spray on me at all times. And paper towels. I also got disinfectant wipes. It's like behind my camera. So now, put on a new pair of gloves, and we gonna marinate the chicken. I'm gonna show y'all my seasons I'm gonna use. When I get these doggone gloves on, give me a second. It's okay. It's alright. Chicken to fill, but it's alright. Alright, give me a second. Alright, so get the gloves on. By the way, I am not an Alabama fan. I just ran a basketball camp, and anyway. Alright, so here's chicken. It's in this Ziploc bag. Here's my seasonings. No, basic and simple. We're gonna use mustard as a bind. It's well known in the barbecue community that they use mustard as a bind. You're not gonna taste the mustard. We got mustard as a bind. We're gonna use Kinder's wood fire blend. It's smoky salt, pepper, and garlic. Got that real smoky taste to it, real good. We can use a little bit of Slappy Mama. All right, the yellow can, not the red can, the yellow can. Garlic powder and onion powder. I use a lot. I got more, but that's what's gonna go. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna show y'all how I mix it up, and then I'm gonna show y'all what I'm gonna do next. All right. So what you wanna do is you wanna open up your bag. You're gonna get your mustard. Shake it up real quick. Then you just gonna squirt a little bit in there. Turn it back for y'all real quick. Turn it back. So you just gonna squirt some mustard in there. You're not gonna taste it anyway. So there's a little bit of the mustard in there. There you go. Alright. So then after that you're gonna start seasoning. So you're gonna get the Kinder's wood fire blend. I used that on my chicken last time. Put a little bit of that in there. Always remember, if you're not sneezing, you ain't seasoning. I ain't start sneezing yet, but we about to see. So a little bit of that in there. Yep, I'm about to start sneezing. Anyway. Some Slappy Mama. Just a little bit of that. Just a little bit, not too much. Just a little bit of that. Alright. You got onion powder. Pop that open real quick. Yeah. Alright. And then garlic powder. Now, I'm also going to add paprika after the video. I forgot to grab it, but we'll put a little paprika in here, give it a little color. And then we're gonna shake it up, and then y'all gonna see what I'm gonna do next. So, okay, so we're back. Chicken has been seasoned, ready to marinate. But this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna try something new. I learned this from my dad when he does this for our Thanksgiving turkey. He injects it with this Tony Chachere's injectable things, and I'm gonna give it a try with the chicken. So here's the brand, Tony Chachere's injectable, whatever you call it, the injectable Creole spice butter. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna take all the chicken out this bag and put it in the pan. I'm gonna inject each and every piece of chicken in this bag with this butter. Gonna cover it up and we're gonna let it sit. It's Friday, almost midnight. We're gonna let it sit until Sunday when I fire up the grill with the ribs. So here we go. All right, so I'm back, new gloves, and we got our little shoot thing whatever you want to call this. It's full of the little sauce thing. I mean, it's the injectable. So we're gonna get a piece of chicken. Gonna stick it right up in there. Just gonna inject a little bit of that in there. Boom. We're gonna put it in the pan. And that's what I'm gonna do for the rest of the piece of chicken. So I'm gonna do that, and I'll be back after I'm done. All the chicken has been injected with the marinade, as you see. So now, we're done with the chicken. So what I'm gonna do now, wrap this up with foil. And we're not gonna look at it again until Sunday. So we do this, and then we're gonna work on the ribs. All right, so I'm back with it. We got the ribs. I got these from Rouse's, baby back ribs. It was a good price. Actually, it was $12.65. See, $12.65. So it was actually a pretty good deal. So with these, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut them off. I'm gonna cut this out the pack as usual. And I'm gonna put them on my cutting board. Always know. Also, disinfected. Shout out to Clorox. Never cross-contaminate your meats because that's how you get sick. So, like, I seasoned my chicken. I cleaned out my sink with, with Clorox and some bleach. Kill all the germs, all the bacteria. That way I can continue cooking. Because you always want to be safe when you're cooking. So I got pork loin, baby back ribs. Like I said, shot from Rouse's. What I'm going to do is I'm going to glove back up. Wash my hands, glove back up. I'm going to cut them out the pack. And we're going to pat them dry. And I'm going to show y'all what to do when you're doing ribs. So I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. We got the rib on the cutting board, as you see. So what I'm going to do, what I'm going to show y'all is, first thing you want to do when you cook ribs is you want to pull off the membrane. And the membrane is the bottom of the ribs, some of the ribs. You always want to pull that off because it's going to have that, you don't want to eat chewy ribs. It's going to be real rubbery. So what my dad taught me was you get a paper towel, you just kind of get that, and it's going to take a little while. It's going to be a little tough. You're going to put some muscle in it, and there you go. You just pull off that membrane. It's going to take a little while. Once you get a hang of cooking ribs, it's gonna take a little while. You're gonna pull off that membrane. That way you won't have chewy ribs, and it's not gonna be like you're chewing on rubber. So there we go. There we go. Got the membrane pulled off. Let me throw this away. We're gonna wash my hands and put some new gloves on, and I'm gonna continue to show y'all what to do with ribs. All right, y'all. So I'm back. New gloves. I got a knife. So always be careful when you got stuff. So now what you want to do, you're going to flip these ribs over. And now you want to cut the excess fat off. Because you don't want some fatty ribs. So you're going to cut off all the excess fat. Make sure you don't cut yourself. See? All that's excess fat. So you're going to cut all this excess fat off. Because you don't want no fatty ribs. And then we're going to start seasoning. So let me work on cutting this fat off and I'll be right back. So new gloves are on. Let's get it started. So first what you want to do, like I said, you're not going to taste the mustard. Just going to put a little bit of that. If you'll squirt out, you're just going to put a little bit of that over the rib. Not too much. All right. Don't rub it all over. Don't rub it all over. All right. Next, after that, we're going to get the sweet and brown, the sweet and smoky seasoning and the brown sugar seasoning. But first, let me replace my gloves real quick because it's full of mustard. Be right back. I'm back, got new gloves on. So what I'm doing now, putting a little bit of brown sugar seasoning on here. Mix that with a little bit of the sweet and smoky brown sugar seasoning. Rub that in. And then we're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you're gonna flip it. Boom. We're gonna do the same thing. Mustard. Make sure you get the ends too. You always want to get the ends of the ribs too. Make sure everything is seasoned. Same thing. We'll use the sweet and smoky brown sugar. brown sugar. Rub all that in. And after that, we're going to wrap this up. And we're not gonna look at this again until Sunday. So almost done. All right, so now, ribs are all seasoned. Ribs are all seasoned. So we're about to wrap this up. And we're gonna stick it right in the fridge. And we are not gonna look at this again until Sunday when I fire up the grill. Hope y'all enjoyed. And this is part 1 of episode 2 of Grilling with Deuce. Peace.